In an exclusive interview with OBN Horn of Africa Future Africa program, Dr. Geremew Huluka, president of Oromia State University, pointed out that the rulers, writers, and historians ignored the contribution of nations and nationalities in Ethiopia, and they focused on emperors and kings' approach, even if Ethiopia is a multicultural and diversified country. The president added that these writers and historians denied the Africanism of Ethiopia by narrating the Solomonic dynasty and Queen Sheba as if they originated from Israel rather than Africa.
One of our failure area in Ethiopian politics, in Ethiopian nation building, is the wrong narrative system. As everybody knows, Ethiopia is a multicultural country, diversified country, but the rulers, the writers, the historians focused on elitist approach, elitists on kings, on emperor, and some political elitists, ignoring the contribution that made by each and every nations and nationalities. Even I can challenge some of the narratives that wrongly placed Ethiopia in Africa, that denies the Africanism of Ethiopians, like the narration of the Solomonic dynasty, the narration of Queen Sheba. You see, they try to link with Israelis than linking with African origin. So that was very wrong and failed to build a nation around this narrative.
Dr. Geremew noted that after Adwa Victory, the writers and elites excluded nations and nationalities in the country and gave the victory to an emperor only.
After Adwa Victory, the writers, the elitists, totally excluded nations and nationalities from the victory. And they gave it to a king, to the emperors. There are a group who assume that Menelik, it was for Menelik that Adwa was done. There are a group, Menelik's role, who claim that Menelik's role is like significant like others, who there were other generals or citizens who contributed, but who were not recognized in the history. So this contention, this competition of idea is still existing.
The president further elaborated that many writers denied writing the fathers and grandfathers' names of the heroes who made the victory in order to exclude nations and nationalities who participated in such big victory. Dr. Geremew accentuated that these false narrations should be corrected and Ethiopians should repeat the victory on economic, social, and political development.
Most of the history books, if you read, they cannot ignore Geremew because Geremew was there. But they don't want to mention that Geremew was an Oromo. So they write Geremew, ignoring Gurmu. For example, I'm Geremew and Geremew Huluka. If you simply mention Geremew and ignoring Huluka, you are ignoring my father and my belongingness. That was one of the contention, one of the misinterpretation and one of ignoring, excluding nations and nationalities' contribution into this big victory. So this has to be corrected. And we have to correct it and come to consensus, to the agreement that Adwa belongs to all nations and nationalities. The blood of all nations and nationalities mixed in the Battle of Adwa. We have to produce advantage from this by repeating the Adwa victory on our economic development, on our social development, on our political development.